and then turn your 808 up, and you'll be chilling. Yo, what's up, guys? I'm gonna be making another daily melody motherfucking thing, so let's get into it. I think I'm gonna be doing like a Yeat type beat again. I don't know. I've been feeling Yeat recently, so let's do that. I found this like weird ass synth. I kind of fuck with how it sounds. I think I'm gonna treat this like a video diary again, or whatever the fuck. I think that was probably the better thing to do in order to fill in the dead air. So, while I make this, I'm gonna try to talk about some shit that has been going on or something. I don't know, like a funny story. Let me think. What funny shit has happened? So my parents own another house, and the tenants got evicted because they wouldn't communicate with my father, and so they it was been like a feud that's been going on for like fucking like pretty much like months now, and it got to the point where we had to get the sheriff to like remove them from the house, and my dad needed help cleaning out the house, so we went to go do that. And the main reason, like the reason my father wanted to like even like, okay, so let me take it from the beginning. They wouldn't clean up the dog shit that was in front of their house, and then my dad was like, what's going on, why don't you guys clean up the dog shit, it's like a bad look for me. And then they were like, oh, trust us, we're not dirty people, whatever the fuck. We're like, we don't live like this, like the inside of the house is clean or whatever. He's like, and my dad was like, all right, can I go see the inside of the house? And then they just like stopped responding to calls after that and shit. Apparently, I only know one side of the story because obviously I'm not talking to like the people that were living in there. But funny thing is that my friend is related to those people, and when I told my dad that, he was like, I remember I came up to him like, oh yeah, you know some funny shit, um like that's my friend's aunt. And then he's like, oh, well, they're getting evicted. And I was like, oh shit, like what the fuck. And so then he turned it into like this big ass speech about like what was going on, and I was like, dude, I did not want to have this conversation. I just wanted to let you know, like, oh, it's funny that like my friends' relatives are living there, whatever the fuck. And it turned out they were getting evicted, whatever. I don't feel any certain type of way about it, and I don't think my friend feels any certain type of way about it. But so basically, they wouldn't pick up their dog shit outside, and then they stopped answering the calls that would like let us know how like we needed to check inside in order to see how the house was doing, whatever the fuck. And then it got to the point where it just got to the point where they had to get evicted, and they stopped paying rent for a little bit. So like a little bit, I mean like probably like a month or like 2 months, I don't know. And so then we go in, we have to clean out the house because they literally waited to the last day, and there was like a foot of snow outside. The driveway was clean, but like there was snow everywhere. So like in order to get all this shit out of the house, we had to like put it on a pile of snow, or like a tarp that was on top of a pile of snow. But it just made the whole moving process like way fucking harder. And they waited for the last day to do it while the sheriffs were there. And so then we're moving. We have to like literally help them move out pretty much. and then we get like most of the furniture out, and they're telling us like what to get and shit. And what like when we're like taking out a big ass couch, and the sheriff over there is like, oh, no, 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 don't take out the couch because they didn't tell you to do that. And we were over here like, well, motherfucker, like everything's gonna be put out of the house at some point. Like, what are you telling us not to take the couch out? And he's like, no, right now we're only here for what they tell you to take out, and then the rest can be taken out at another day. And it's like, dude, like we're gonna have to do this for 2 days. Like, we're not, can't just do this in one day. Like, we could have cleaned that house out fast as fuck if we just took everything out in one day. But we had to like wait for the people to tell us, oh, we want this, oh, we want this to be put out, oh, we want it. And it's like, bro, like everything's getting put out. You can decide what you want later. Like, what the fuck are we waiting here for? um so then that shit's happening, and then there's a certain point where he's like, oh yeah, the one of the guys is like, oh yeah, take everything in this room and put it out. One of the people that was living there. And um we're like, okay. So then I start grabbing like all the little shit and like put it on top of this big ass bed, and then take it out. And then like near the end of like when they're trying to like check if everything's okay, they're like, oh man, there was a vase in this room, and man, that shit was valuable, bro. Like, that shit actually had value, so I just want to make sure it's okay. Like, I think one of them took it outside or something, I don't know, bro. And then I remember picking that vase up, and it felt like it was made out of like paper mache and clay. And I was like, and it had a fake plastic plant. And I was like, bro, stop making this such a big deal. Like, I know this shit is not worth anything. But then I was like, oh, maybe they had some shit in it. Like there was like they had, I don't know, either money or I don't know what the fuck. Cause one of the people living there is like, had a criminal record. One of the sheriffs that pulled up to the house is like, oh, I recognize you from somewhere. Like, what's your name? And then it ended up like that they knew each other because they saw each other last week because he had a run-in with the cops. Like a little bit before that. I was like, bruh, like this shit is insane. Oh no, it's just so weird. It's kind of hard for me to multitask, like tell stories and like lay this down, but I think I did an okay job there. There was some other shit that went down. Oh, they had oh yeah, this was the main issue. I think they were dog breeders, and they had a bunch of dogs, and I promise you, everywhere we walk, in every single room, there was at least one puddle of piss. And we went into our basement, and on the wall, I don't know if the dog just like went up to the wall and just took a shit directly on the wall and let it fall down, but there was like a big ass like brown spot that was just, it looked like shit. I'm pretty sure it was piss, but it looked like the dog literally just put his asshole on the wall and just shit down the wall. I swear that shit was so nasty. And when we were in there, there was like a fucking like, there was like a wall of fog where when you went in that house, bro, like I had a headache within the first 5 minutes of being in there. Like, that shit made me like, I, I don't know how motherfuckers lived in there. I'm pretty sure there was a kid living in there too, and it's like, bro, like you got the kid living like this. Like, this shit is fucking like, wow. Like, I don't know, like that shit, it literally gave me a headache within the first 5 minutes. They were smoking in there too, which is like, also, I don't know if that was disclosed. I don't own the house or anything. It's just my dad's house, so I don't know what the fuck he's got going on, but I don't think he would let people smoke in the house. Like, that shit was crazy. They just did not give a fuck, but it's whatever. I'm trying to think. Maybe I should add an ARP. I know I can do ARPs really easy on Serum too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do an ARP. Let's go over here. Do some shit like that. Oh fuck. Z, CV. We'll go down here. Make this short. Go up here. Do some shit like this. Go to this, CV. Put that shit there. Put that shit there. CV. B. And do some shit like that. Okay. Now we go back to Serum. ARP. On. Go to the preset bank. That sounds like ass. Holy shit. Give me a sec. Let's go to... Oh my god. Oh, these are all fucking loud. Alright, this one should be better. I like that. It sounds like a little more atmospheric. Um, what else had happened? Let me think. um, fuck. Let me think. Oh yeah. Also, the neighbors of that house, they were telling my dad that they saw them bury something in the backyard. But since there was like a foot of snow in that bitch. Like we could not. We saw that there was a mound, but we couldn't tell like we couldn't dig it up because we're not just gonna take the time to do that. We'll figure it out once the snow melts. But like apparently they buried something in the backyard, which is like, what the fuck are you doing? But I don't know. Those guys are a little strange. And I haven't even told my friend about any of this shit 'cause I don't know how he feels about it. But I'm gonna have to tell him. And if not, he sees this video and he'll figure it out. But I mean, obviously, I don't feel any certain type of way about my friend because it's not him. It's his relatives. But it's like it's just funny to me. And I don't want to make that motherfucker. Like I don't want to confront him about some. Like I'm not even confronting, but it's just like I don't know if he's like, you know, feels a certain type of way about it. I don't know. I don't fucking know. That shit is just crazy to me. Let's think. What else do I want to add to this? I think a brown bass would be kind of cool, but I don't fucking know what. Nah, fuck that. I'll just let my friend do the 808s on this, and it'll be good enough for that. I'll do another like lead or something. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's pretty much a finished melody that can be arranged in a couple ways, and then I'm gonna do the simple drums, and that'll be it for the daily melody slash beat. Pretty simple Yeat beat, pretty simple. Oh wait, let me EQ that fucking other instrument that I just added. Song 4. If you want your drums to hit louder, Fruity Soft Clipper on the master, and then turn your 808 up, and you'll be chilling. pretty much it. Yeah, if you have any questions or if like you want to know how to make a certain type of beat, let me know. That's it though. Melody number 7. A week straight of melodies, bruh. Alright. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all later.